Now you have your e-visa appointment coming up, and we want to make sure that you're prepared before you go. The first thing is to make sure that you have all of the necessary documents. By now, you will already have received a comprehensive email or a courier package. In either sets of these documents, there's one letter that has our detailed instructions. Please make sure that you read that through from beginning to end. It's very helpful. The instruction letter also includes a 10-point document outlining the steps that you can expect once you get to the consular interview. There's also a set of materials that we call your submission materials. You need to have a hard copy of that, and our instruction letter indicates where you need to sign or where you need to secure signature pages from your employer. It's very important that you take this package with you, as it has the bar-coded appointment entry document that lets you get into your appointment. Along with that package of documents, you need to make sure that you take your original and valid passport. Please double check that it has at least 2 blank pages. You will also need to go and get an original photo. There's a detailed instruction page that you should take with you to the photographer. Make sure that you really limit what you take with you. It should be your wallet and nothing else. You can take no electronics, no cell phone, no Apple Watch, no Fitbit, no key fobs, including car key fobs. Please think about your transportation to and from the consulate. If you were thinking about taking an Uber, you're not taking an Uber because you won't have your phone to call the Uber at the end.
So now that you've arrived at the U.S. consulate, we recommend arriving 20 minutes or so before your appointment. Not an hour and 20 minutes before, because they won't let you join the lineup. And there will be a lineup. First lineup is to the guard booth, which is basically at the sidewalk. That guard booth is where you have to check in originally. There might be 50 people in line ahead of you. There might be 5 people in line ahead of you. There might be no one ahead of you. But do not worry about getting into the consulate at the time of your appointment. Inside, they recognize that sometimes the line is long. Security is very lengthy. It's not an airport. They're not leaving without you. They will see you no matter what. All the guard booth is doing is checking off your name to make sure you have an appointment. You do, because you have the barcode. Once you've finished with that, you will go through security. And as Lainey has said, security is not exactly the same as at the airport, because you can't take certain things with you. Once you get into the consulate, you're going to be directed to window 1, 2, or 3. They're the intake windows. A clerk will receive all of your documents, shuffle through them, and hand them back to you in a folder in the order in which they want to put them in. Don't worry about what the order is. Your next step in the process is to have your fingerprints taken. They'll direct you to the window where your fingerprints are done. It's not ink anymore, it's electronic. Your hands won't be a mess. Once the fingerprints are finished, you will then join a queue for your interview. Now, we're very fond of telling people that you think this interview is going to last an hour, sit down in front of an officer, you're going to have a whole lengthy discussion. Not true. You will have an interview that will last no longer than 3 minutes. Lainey, what to expect at the interview?
It's very brief, as Joel mentioned. Key things here are pretty simple. Listen to what you are being asked. If it is a yes-no question, give a yes-no answer. If it is a more open-ended question, feel free to answer. You can be technical. You can answer as if you're speaking to colleagues. However, try your best to keep your answer concise. No more than 15 words. That's it. The other important thing, do not offer information or regurgitate out unasked information. They're not interested. Keep it simple. They want to keep the line moving. They want to get you in and out, and they know what they need.
These people that are interviewing you are vice consuls. They're not Customs and Border Protection. They don't wear uniforms. They don't have badges. They're part of the State Department. They're not part of the Department of Homeland Security. They're not out to get you. They're out to get through the interview, get you your visa if you qualify for it. There's 2 types of people that are going in. Some who are going in to register the company, first time or renewal. They will be asked a few more questions and should know some of the financial details of the company. Those who are being added on to an already company registered don't need to know nearly as much, and certainly don't need to have at your fingertips anything to do with financial information. What you have to know is what your job is, why you're going to the United States. And why you're going to the United States? For an E1, to further the trade trade of the Canadian company, and for an E2 to make the business run better in the United States.
To get a summary of the things that you may be asked about, you can read the Guberman Appleby cover letter that gives a very brief summary. There's also a document in the package that's called Summary. Feel free to read that too, and also take a look at your company letter. Outside of those 3 documents, there's really nothing that you need to concern yourself with inside of the materials. And of course, always answer all of the questions truthfully.
At the end of your 3-minute interview, the officer should say to you, everything's fine, you've been approved, we will hang on to your passport for a few days, they may say a week. That won't be the case. It will undoubtedly take longer for that passport to be released. It's not their fault. They don't issue the visas. Administrative staff do. Sometimes it's 3 days, sometimes it's 20 days. We've outlined all of this in writing. When it comes back, we'll notify you immediately.
Good luck with your appointment.